would like you to tell me about your academic performance starting from class 8th onwards.
Yes.
Please tell me the percentage of marks you got in various examinations, subjects you opted for after your class 10th, and now that you've done your class 12 and opted for BSc. So, what is the reason why you opted for BSc? Why not engineering? You can tell me about that. Right? Okay. Tell me, if you are not recommended for NDA in that case, what will be your alternative career option? Okay.
Yes.
Thereafter, you can talk about your participation in games, sports, and extracurricular activities. I would also like you to tell me about your friends who all have been your close friends. Let me know their names and tell me how do you like to spend your time when you are in your group of friends. Okay.
Yes.
Thereafter, you can also talk about the teachers you liked, and you may also come across certain teachers you didn't like. So, who are the teachers you liked and disliked? And let me know the reasons for your likes and dislikes of your teachers. Right? Okay, sir?
Yes.
So, you can start.
Sir, talking about my education from my 8th, I have done my schooling from the Duckling Next Generation Senior Secondary School, Jaipur, Rajasthan. And in my 8th, I'm from RBSC board, so there were board exams in my 8th standard. And the COVID pandemic was arrived in that time. So only I gave 4 of my board papers and rest of the 2 papers were cancelled due to the COVID. Then my ninth schooling was also done from the same school, and it was the COVID duration, so we did the classes online and papers were like also online form. So in that we were only like passed. There were not certain marks given.
Okay.
In my 10th, it was my board exam from the RBSC board. So I scored 90.50 percentage in my 10th board examinations. And in the 10th only, the news of NDA for girls appearing in NDA was came. So at that time, I read about it and get the motivation to join to prepare for my NDA exams. For that, I took the PCM as my main subject, and also I had interest in maths, so it was good for me to take PCM. In my 11th, I took PCM as my subject, and in 12th, I prepared for my board examination, and I got 87.2 percentage in my board. Talking about my graduation, I have took BSc, as I have also appeared for J, in which I got 89 percentile, and in advance I got 97 marks. But in advance there was 98 was the cutoff, so I lagged due to 1 marks. So I decided to do BSc rather than the engineering for 3 years, and then after BSc, so I could appear for CDS and FCAT examinations. And talking about my other career option, if not recommended in NDA, I have taken sports as my other career option. I'll be preparing for All India after my SSB preparation, and till along with the SSB, I'm also preparing for my sports in the 400-meter hurdles race. And then talking about my
So,
uh,
in sports, you want to make sports as your career?
so in the college I'll be preparing for the All India. Then after I'll give CDS and FCAT examinations.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So, you are thinking sports as your alternative career option.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, and then talking about my friends, I have a large group of friends. Specifically, I have different friends from my coachings, from my schools, and also at the stadium. Talking about my one of the good friend, Diksha Singhal. She is studying recently in MNIT Jaipur, and she has also done schooling with me. She also lives near our house. She is one of my good friend, and also she also
What's her name?
Diksha Singhal.
Diksha.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
And talking about my another friend is Anuj Sani. He is one of my friend at the stadium. He is doing his BSc from the Parishkar College, and along with it, he is also preparing for the sports.
Okay.
His event is 200-meter race and also 110-meter hurdles.
Okay.
So then talking about my teachers and uh, so talking about my routine. So uh, talking about my routine, I wake up at early at 5:30.
I didn't ask you about routine.
Okay. So talking about my teachers and the most favorite teachers. So my one of the favorite teacher is my school physical training instructor, Mr. Surendra sir. He was the one who motivated me towards my sports career. He took the initiative to teach me, and he also till today I am in contact with him. Always he teaches me many new exercises and many new techniques. Always guide me towards my sports career, and also in my how to maintain my balance between my studies and my sports. Also, one of my favorite teachers is Mr. Ravi Chandwani sir, who is my maths teacher. I met him in my 11th standard. Who before that maths was a subject in which I used to think that by applying the formula and it was easy. But after his teaching techniques, he used to teach the formulas and the practicals using the graph and the other things. So it made by practical applying the maths formulas, it made maths more interesting for me.
Okay.
Um,
Anything that you've forgotten? All right, Sajal. I also asked you about your participation in games, sports. You want to make sports as your alternative career option.
yes.
We've not spoken about sports, games, sports, and extracurricular activities,
Sir,
right?
talking about my sports and the extracurricular activities, I have participated from my first standard till today. I'm playing sports. I always used to come first in any of the race in my schools. And in my ninth standard, I played national amateur games in which at 400-meter and 200-meter, I won gold medal. And then in my 10th standard, I took shot put and the hurdles, 400-meter hurdle race, in which I got silver medal at the district and also qualified for the states. In 11th also, I participated in the sports activities, and in 12th as well, in which I got many gold medals and the silver medals at the district level and got fifth position at the state. And then at the
That was in your class 11th,
yes sir,
and you again participated in the same two events,
yes sir,
400 meters hurdles and
shot put and also hammer throw.
okay. Mhm.
And in college also, I participated in the inter-college competition, which was taken by the University of Rajasthan, in which I got silver medal in the shot put event. And
Good.
talking about my extracurricular activities, I apart from the sports, I take participation in many GK quiz competition and also the painting competition. In my seventh class, Hare Krishna competition was organized in the Jaipur district, in which all schools participated, in which I got a third prize
Mhm.
at the school.
So that is the only extracurricular activity you have taken part.
So apart from the paintings, I have taken part in the GK quiz competitions, and also I have taken part in the dance competition once.
All right. Okay. Hmm. So GK quiz competition. When was it held? Which class?
So it was held in the eighth class.
Eighth class. Okay. Hmm. So you were part of a team or you took part in
So
the
we
quiz
were the
competition as
part.
an individual
So we were the part of the three.
team?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So did you prepare any specific subject?
So the specific, it was the made the it was like class teams. So it was the subjects. They told us that only science related questions will be asked. So we had to prepare for the science of the eighth class.
Hmm. All right. Okay. So complete team prepared on science only.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. And dance was in which class?
Sir, talking about dance, it was in seventh class.
All right. Okay. Hmm. So thereafter, after class 8, you not taken part in these activities like quiz,
So
dance.
in painting, I have taken part in my 10th also. It was in the MPS Maheshwari Public School. It was organized for
Hmm.
the. It was on the theme of the exercise and the yoga. So the theme was related to this, and we had to make the paintings related this.
So what is the painting that you made which got to third position?
So in the Hare Krishna competition, I made the painting with the oil pastel colors, in which I painted Krishna, Lord Krishna in the center, and and also near him there were many cows and many deers and also trees.
Hmm. All right. Okay. Right. So, Sejal, you answered the question that I asked you. Tell me, you got a very typical name of your school, uh, Duckling Next Generation. So it's quite a typical name and little funny also. So did it come to your mind sometime कि अरे क्या नाम है, कैसे पड़ गया ये नाम हमारी स्कूल का? Did you think about it?
So the duckling name is specifically for which comes from a duck baby who always follows his mother and whose mother shows in the right path. So it is taken specifically from that. The duck baby follows her mother and learns new things from her.
Hmm.
So that's why I asked my teachers. They told me this.
All right. Okay. So academically, you did quite all right. You had fairly good percentage, uh, and you said you also appeared for JE where you had a 89 percentile, qualified for advance, and missed out by just 1 mark.
Yes, sir.
But then, why you change your track? 89 percentile, you would have got some good government engineering college also.
So in 89 percentile, I was not getting the college. Uh,
Government colleges were not available
no,
to
sir.
you. Hmm?
No, sir.
Cutoff was even higher.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. All right, okay. So you could have appeared for your JE second time because doing BSc is a normal qualification, just being plain graduate.
Yes, sir.
Whether you do BCom, BA, or BSc, it's almost the same.
So the main career option I'll choose that will be the defense, and along with it I'll be playing sports. So I thought that along with BSc I can balance my studies also, and I can maintain my sports activities as well.
Hmm. And you had support of your parents also in this
Yes, sir.
decision? They also said yes.
Yes, sir. We all decided, we all discussed about it and came to a common conclusion, and then I took BSc.
All right, okay, fine. So that's also supported by your family. Hmm? All right, okay. Now talking about games and sports where you want to make your career if you don't get selected for NDA. So you mentioned about 400 meters hurdles,
Yes, sir.
shot put, and hammer throw.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what was the weight of the shot put that you threw and you got some rank also, position also?
So,
What
yes,
was the weight of that shot put?
so it was 4 kgs.
4 kgs.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. And we have a famous, athlete who did so well in hammer throw. Huh? Again, a girl or a lady athlete. Do you remember her name?
The shot put she is
Hammer throw.
hammer throw. Yes, sir. Uh, so I'm
No,
unable to recall.
can't remember. She was from Rajasthan only.
So one is the Krishna Punya, but she's from the discus throw, I think.
Is discus thrower.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought I had in my mind Krishna Punya only.
Yes, sir.
And she's in discus, not hammer.
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. Hmm. Have you seen her sometime?
So I once met him,
You met her.
met her.
Hmm. So how
Yes.
does she look like?
So she's even taller than me,
Yeah,
and
she's much taller and very hefty.
yes, sir.
Now,
She
very
has
well built.
maintained a good physical strength.
Hmm. So that is what is required for a,
Yes, sir.
any thrower, whether
Yes,
shot
sir.
put, discus, or. Hmm. All right, okay. So Krishna Punia. So she didn't become your idol.
Yes, sir. After seeing her, I think that I should also be like her. And in the sports activities, I have to participate more and also maintain a good physical strength.
All right, okay. Now coming back to your sports activities, 400 meters hurdles. In what time did you complete 400 meters hurdles?
So my timing is 58.6 seconds.
Hmm. That's quite okay. 58.6 seconds. That's quite good. And hammer throw.
So hammer throw, I throwed it 30 meters, 30.8 meters.
Hmm. So did you take coaching from some professionals for hammer throw and all?
So uh, in my districts, I just participated. My coach, Mr. Surendra sir, guided me for the shot put and the hammer throw techniques, and with that only I throwed it, and it was I score. I got the silver medal. After which I started preparing more.
Hmm. But if you want to go for nationals as you are planning to do, in that case you need some good professional coach.
Yes, sir.
You didn't think about joining, NIS Patiala, National Institute of Sports Patiala.
Sir, but I don't want to take shot put or specifically hammer as my sports. I'm preparing for my 400-meter hurdles. For shot put, I think that I'll have to gain more weight, after which I'll not be able to complete my run on the approx timing. So I think I'll be
So
taking.
both these sports events are contradictory
Yes, sir.
in their needs.
Yes, sir.
Mm. All right, okay. And what is the distance you flew short put?
Sir, the shot put of 4 kgs was 10.8 meter.
All right, fine. So that is about your sports. And when we talk about extracurricular activities, we did talk about quiz competition and
Yes,
dance, and they were in your class 8th and 7th. And of course, painting that you described, what kind of painting that you made. All right, okay. So, friends. So, your friend qualified for MNIT. She is doing her
yes, sir.
BTech. Hmm. What is the subject she is opted for in
Sir,
BTech?
she is doing BTech in civil engineering.
Civil engineering.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Do you think it's a good qualification for a girl, civil engineering?
Sir, she has opted civil engineering from her own choice, as his father is also a civil engineer. So after completing her graduation, she has decided to appear for some government exams on the basis of civil engineering.
Okay. Father is also in
Yes,
the
sir.
same kind of a profession. All right. Okay. What was her rank in J?
So her rank was up
Rank or
20
percentile you can.
29,000 rank it was,
Hmm.
and she got 97.8 percentile.
So she did much better than you.
Yes,
Hmm?
sir.
And Anuj is preparing for sports.
Yes, sir.
Hmm? And you said 200 meters and
Yes, sir.
110 meters hurdles. All right. Okay. So is there any difference in the height of hurdles for 110 meters and 400 meters?
No, sir, it is same.
Same.
Yes, sir.
And who participate in high hurdles?
So high hurdles, uh, I'm not aware of high hurdles. It is like 76 centimeter for the 400 meters for the girls category, and for the men's it is 91.2 centimeters.
Hmm.
So these are the hurdles which barely difference like in men's or women category.
All right, okay. Generally, high hurdles are, I think if I remember correctly, it is 1.10 meters or 1.51 meters and 5 centimeter.
Yes.
That's okay. All right, fine. So that is that. And how are you doing in your BSc first year?
So whenever I got time, I take separate time for my studies. So I take the time and complete like one chapter. Sometimes like that only I prepare for my BScs, and I go college 5 days in a week, 5 to 6 days. So
You attend your classes regularly?
yes, sir.
Hmm. And are you also doing something for your sports activities?
So after first thing that I wake up early. So firstly I do exercise and stretching, and after coming from the college, from 4:30 to 7 I go at the stadium or sometimes at ground. There I do running practice and exercising and stretching.
Mm. All right, fine. So there is that. So tell me, Sujal, about your friends. Diksha is first year civil engineering. So she has got some advice for you.
So she advised me to focus more on studies, but I'm more interested towards my defense and also my sports. So she always like whatever you are doing, just do it with the full dedication and focus.
Mm. All right, okay. And what is the advice you get from Anuj?
So he motivates me more on my sports career when we go at the stadium or ground. He always like motivate to complete my run in a good time. So there he advised me to do stretching good and by doing the
So when you
exercise
go
good.
to, you told me that you go to stadium in the morning, and so at stadium, what all do you do? You spend more than 2 hours in stadium.
Yes, sir.
2 hours में क्या क्या what are the other activities that you do there?
So first when we go, then we do warm up, and then after the warm up, we do jogging for nearly 3 to 4 rounds of the ground. Then after doing the jogging, we do stretching a little bit, and then we go for the timing run. We complete the run with that by noting the timing. I note the timing every day and try to complete it. Then after
So what is
running,
the run that you undertake? Is hurdles or just 400 meters or something?
so for 400 meters also and 3 kilometer also,
400 meters and
3 kilometer.
what is the event? You are taking part in three
Yes, sir.
kilometer run.
So 3 kilometer just build the endurance and the stamina of a athlete. So I also take the timing of the 3 kilometer run.
So what is the timing for 3 kilometers?
So it is 14 minutes.
14 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Mm, mm. All right, okay. So that's that. 14 minutes is a good time,
So at the
or you can improve further.
so for building the endurance and the stamina, I think 14 is a good timing, but try to complete it in the 13 minutes also.
Mm. All right. So Anuj motivates you to do, or for your sports activities. And tell me a couple of things your classmates didn't like about you.
So classmates like about me is I
Didn't like about
didn't like.
you.
Okay, sir. So the thing that they little bit didn't like is I spend quite less time with my classmates, as whenever I get the free time, I go at the our school park, and there I do some like exercises, or I go at my with my sir, PTA sir, who teaches like the shot put techniques or any sports techniques. So I think that I spend less time with them. Then they tell me that you in the free time you are not available with us.
Mm.
So might be that.
All right, okay. And your close friend Diksha, what is it that she didn't like about you?
The thing that she also didn't like about me,
Hmm.
so it might be that she many time asked me for like going somewhere to have some like fast foods or like that. So I generally deny it for because the reason of maintaining my diet. That's why.
So normally you didn't join her
Yes, sir.
to visit some restaurants and have some fast food kind of items.
So I can have that, but as I do running and so at that time I start vomiting at that time. So that's why I've left eating fast foods more.
Hmm. So at home, then what do you eat?
So mainly I eat like the food that is made at the home and the fruits and sprouts.
Hmm. Specifically for your doing better in athletics.
Yes. So for that I'm eating more fruits and the juice. Like in the winters I am having the carrot and the amla juice, and along with it I eat sprouts.
Sprouts. Sprouts what? Chana, moong, what?
Yes, sir. They are mix of chanas and moong.
All right, okay. Right, Sajid, let's move on. We'll talk about your family. You can let me know about your parents, and then you have a younger brother. So you can also let me know about your grandparents if they are there. Right, okay. And I find that you don't have any close relations in army or navy
Yes.
or air force.
Yes, sir.
So what was the motivation for NDA? Right? Without being somebody not telling you about कि अच्छा देखो NDA जाना है. What was the source of motivation for NDA? Tell me also how do you spend your time at home? What kind of activities you are generally busy with at your home?
Yes.
Right? Tell me, in your family, whom are you close to when you have a problem? Who is the person you will go to for help or advice? And how much pocket money do you get these days? And how do you spend it?
So talking about my family background, my father, Mr. Rajveer Singh, is working as a technician in Bosch company. He has done BTech from the Jaipur only. And talking about my mother, she is a homemaker, and my brother is in 8th standard. He is pursuing his studies from the same school which from where I did. And then talking about my grandparents,
So your brother is now in the same school.
yes, sir. And talking about my grandparents, my grandfather is a farmer in the district of Hanumangarh, as I am from originally from Hanumangarh district. So my grandfather is a farmer, and um, my grandmother, she passed away when I was in 10th standard. So my grandfather is there. And then talking about my time when I spending time with my family members. So the major time I spend with my family members is in the after coming from the ground. So sometimes we play games together like the Ludo game, or at the night also we sit together and share the day routine, how
Play
was
with
the
whom?
day.
Your younger brother?
So mm, also with my younger brother and with my parents also.
So what are the games that you play?
So Ludo is the,
Ludo.
yes sir.
Hmm.
And sometimes when I am free, like if on Sundays I go at the stadium morning in the morning, except in the evening routine. So in the evening I play badminton or we go on a walk.
Hmm.
So like that I spend time with my parents, and at the night also we share like different memories. We crack some jokes. Then
Hmm.
after that we all go to sleep. And then
Nice.
talking about my
Mm-hmm.
uh,
What happened?
I think I'm unable to recall a question which you asked.
Okay. So don't keep quiet. Then you must ask. Sorry, sir, I've forgotten. Could
Yes.
you repeat the question? All right. Okay. I also asked you how do you spend apart from these activities that you have told me. Is there anything else that you do at home and in your family? Whom are you close to when you have
Yes,
a
sir.
problem? Who is the person you go to for help or advice? How much pocket money do you get? How do you spend it?
Yes. So talking about my how much time I oh, um, to whom I contact when I am in any challenging situation. So the situation depends whether if it is the problem like school in the academics, then I generally discuss it with my father. And whenever it's like problem with my like my sports activities, so I generally contact with my mother. She always motivate me, as she has been also the state player of in the kabaddi. So she always motivates me to focus more on my sports and how to maintain a good strength. So I generally talk to both of them and take advice from both of them. And specifically talking about my pocket money, I didn't get any specific pocket money. Whenever I need some money, so they always get me that thing.
All right, okay, fine. So generally, you described me how do you spend your time. Is there anything that you do to help out your father or mother at home?
So at home, early morning when I come to go to coaching or college, then before that I try to help my mother like in some household chores. I take my breakfast with my own, and also I give breakfast to my brother. I make breakfast for both of us, and sometimes tea for my mother also. And I help them by making the bed also. So.
Hmm. All right, okay, fine. So that's that. And have there been some occasions when your father or mother got little annoyed or upset with you for some reasons?
Sir, the reasons might be that sometimes I focus more on my sports activities. If I go for states, then I'm unable to focus on my academics. In the unit test, sometimes I got less marks. So at that time, they were a little bit annoyed. They told me to also focus on your studies.
Okay, so sports is one reason. Sometimes they expect you to do better, and because of your,
Yes, sir.
you know, games and sports activities, you are not able to do up to their
Yes, sir.
expectations. Any other reason for which sometimes they get annoyed?
So any other reason might be that. So sometimes I had a little fight with my brother, so like for the remotes and um, for anything that like new game that come to our home. So like might be that a little bit fight, so they get annoyed. They tell us to not to
But
fight.
but you are now college student. You should not be fighting for the remote and some games.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So when I started watching TV, so he comes then.
Mm.
So it happens like sometimes.
Mm. Any other reason for which there are some quarrels between you and your younger brother, apart from what you have just told me?
So the major disputes are like for the remotes and the games, or other than that, I don't think that any reason.
He obeys you.
So most of the time he obeys me. Like whenever I tell him to do study, you are sitting idle. That time he like, you do your work. So that's the thing.
All right. Okay. So he doesn't listen to you all the time. Sometimes he does listen to you.
Yes, sir.
Then what do you do?
Sir, I know that he is good at studies, and he always get more than 95% marks. So I know that he'll cover somehow. So in the studies, I just let it go. I know that he'll get it.
All right. So he's good in studies.
Yes, sir.
He's doing better than what you were doing in class 8.
Definitely, sir.
He's got a better percentage.
Sir, it's his 8, so it will be his board examination. So till now, he's doing good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, you are fond of doing exercise. We have talked about it. Running. We have talked about it. Do you like to read also sometime? some books? If yes, tell me which all books that you have read, right?
So
And
specifically,
you read some newspapers, news magazines, which are these which you like to read, okay? And if you like to see TV at home, then what are the TV programs that you would like to see? And how do you make use of your mobile? For what all uses you have for your mobile?
sir, specifically uh, talking about my like uh, specific I watch whenever I eat food at that time only I watch TV. So whatever the channel is running, like if it can be the Sony sub or sometimes the news channels also, like they were running when my parents sat along with me. So at that time only maximum I watch TV. And apart from that, uh, sir, can you please repeat the questions you asked me?
So I asked you about your reading habits. Have
Yes,
you
sir.
read some books, newspapers, magazines? If yes, tell me which all books and newspaper magazines that you read. Right? Okay. Then about your TV programs, you told me use of your mobile.
Yes, sir. So specifically, I don't get enough time to read some books, so I preferred only my college or my school books that were NCRTs. And apart from that, the Rajasthan Patrika is the newspaper that comes to our home. So I read uh, the front two pages and the last the sports section.
Mm.
So I read these papers. And talking about my mm, use of mobile phones, so I don't still I don't have any mobile phone with me, so I don't spend more of the time uh, in my mobile phones.
All right. Okay. But you must be borrowing your mother's mobile.
So I borrowed my mother's mobile for like searching if I have to search anything on the Google or on the YouTube. Sometimes I have to watch lectures. Then I borrow my mother's mobile, and also for talking to my friends, I borrow her mobile.
Mm. All right. Okay. Fine. So you read Rajasthan Patrika that comes at home
Yes, sir.
and primarily interested in sports activities.
So the main two pages, the front pages, and then the last section of the sports.
So what are the what is the news that you read in the last 2 days, which you remember?
So the one news I read is the recently the Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Rajasthan, and he inaugurated a program in the Eastern Corridor for the Rajasthan Canal. It will be joining the Chambal River, and it was the water treaty with the Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and the Rajasthan. And also, I read about the D. Gukesh, who became the world champion in the Singapore World Championship of the chess by defeating the presiding chess champion of China, Ding Li. And under 18, in the age of 18, he won the first chess title of the world champion.
So one of the major project that Prime Minister announced was ERCP.
Yes, sir.
What is this ERCP? What does it stand for?
The ERCP stand for Eastern Rajasthan Corridor Project.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Eastern Rajasthan Corridor Project.
Yes, sir. Eastern Rajasthan Canal Project. Yes, sir.
All right. So which are the rivers from which we are getting water from MP? They are coming and joining Chambal.
Yes, sir.
So which are the rivers we are getting from MP?
Sir, they are more than they are nearly 10 rivers that will be the water of those river will be colliding. The major rivers are like Ban Ganga River, the Uh, so I am unable to recall the rivers.
Okay, all right, don't worry, fine. So that's that. And if we talk, we are already talking about some current affairs. You're talking about what you read in the last 2 days. Any other news that you have been following?
So recently, the Slynex exercise is being conducted in bilateral exercise between the Sri Lanka and the India in the naval for the navy specifically, and in the it is held at the Vishakhapatnam port. It is running from 17 December to 20th December.
Hmm. Okay, so we have some naval exercise with Sri Lanka
Yes, sir.
in Vizag. और क्या है?
So also the Kumbh Mela, which is going to held in the Prayagraj, UP.
When is it going to start?
So it is going to start from 13 January 2025.
So, what about that? What is the frequency of Kumbh Mela?
So it held in the 4 years duration.
4 years.
Yes, sir.
And at the same place,
No,
now
sir.
Kumbh Mela is coming to Prayagraj.
Yes, sir.
So after how many years? 4 years or
Yes, sir.
4 years?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So that is not true. Kumbh Mela takes place at the same place every 12 years. There are other places like Ujjain, Nasik,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
So every 4 years there will be a different station like Ujjain, Nasik,
Yes, sir.
and Prayagraj. So the Kumbh Mela comes back to the same location after 12 years.
12 years.
All right, okay. What else? नेवल एक्सरसाइज कुंभ मेला और क्या पढ़ा है करंट अफेयर्स में और क्या न्यूज़ फॉलो कर रही हो करंट अफेयर्स में?
Sir, I've read about these news recently.
तो दैट्स नॉट एनफ. दुनिया में तो बहुत कुछ हो रहा है.
So I'll get to know about it.
All right, okay, right. So Sejal, tell me, what are the areas which you feel you need to work on and improve?
So the areas where I feel that I have to work on is more on my communication skills. I sometimes fumble while speaking, or I have to remove the stage fear. Sometimes I have a stage fear, so I'm trying to overcoming it by talking more with new members, and so and also I want to build new more reading skills like reading new books. So after my SSB preparations, I'll be taking some books for the reading preference.
Okay. So you'd like to improve your communication, overcome your stage fear, and also develop reading habits.
Yes, sir.
Any other thing that you feel you need to improve?
So then other things might are the techniques of the sports, the running movements. I have to improve on that.
All right. Okay. What do you feel about current affairs?
So I'll work more on the current affairs and get more information about it.
All right. Right. So that's it, Sajal. I asked you so many questions in the last 45 minutes.
Yes.
Is there anything that you'd like to ask, if there is any?
No, sir.
No? Okay. I just want to highlight few things. You have been forgetful too many times,
Yes, sir.
forgetting things, and forgetting indicates that candidate is under some kind of a pressure. When you are under pressure, then you tend to forget.
Yes, sir.
But now you have witnessed a couple of interviews here,
Yes, sir.
and you know what all questions will be asked, and therefore you must reduce this forgetfulness,
Yes,
forgetting
sir.
questions. It's okay, sometimes it happens, that's all right. But if it happens too many times, then your interview officer, will think, "Arey, this candidate, his comprehension level is not so good, it's little low." Hmm?
Yes,
So
sir.
that becomes negative, right? So knowing what questions are normally asked, you should be better prepared,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay. And other things we'll discuss later.
Yes, sir.